Good evening. How is everybody tonight? Larry, I liked it. I know everybody, it didn't turn out the way you thought it was, but I could tell what you were going for, and I kind of liked it. I thought it was it's just kind of cool. The way it went with the little bit of vines going through, great concept. Yeah. Of course, I loved the rusty old piece to begin with, so that was pretty fun. How is everybody tonight? It is a gloriously beautiful day here in the Pacific Northwest. Yes, it's nice to have it be just not too hot and sunny and perfect and not really windy. And so let's check in. Hey, Christine E. Hi. Welcome to the Story Circle. Man, join in the fun. Gail's here. Yes. And really excellent. And Tamra's here. Hi, Tamra. It's fun as we all learn lots of things. The stories are fun. And if you send her your art via email, she'll show it. Yep, I will. I only got one piece tonight, unless somebody tells me in this and I can pull it in. I got from Linda. Thank you, Tamra. Thank you. Yes, Christine, Larry's here. Christine is here. Yay. They are hilarious. Angie and Larry are hilariously fun. It was fun tonight to see the great and powerful Angie Oz. I'm just going to start calling Angie Oz. You guys will know what it means. Oh my goodness. Christine doesn't know anything about me. What should I tell her? So Christine, I am a retired librarian, elementary school librarian, and I taught for 35 years, first 17 years in the classroom, kindergarten, first, second, and third, and then the last 18 years as the librarian and technology specialist and all of that good stuff. I've been a photographer since I was 10, so that's 55 years down the road, and in 8 days I leave for Africa to go on a trip of a lifetime, photograph the prime predators and the wild elephants, and I'm just very excited. And this whole channel came about because I originally was going to look at trying to figure out how to go live in a way to kind of show photographs, but it turned into sharing stories like last year at Christmas at timing and stuff, because that's my other passion. And you know, it turns out that sharing that kind of art and that literature and focusing on the artists that do that kind of work and the part of the stories that speak to all of us is something that really spoke to me and has become something even more important. So it's 284 nights in a row. About 85% of those have been live, you guys. The only ones that have been premieres were when I was off grid, and then I'd still pre-record a premiere for you so you guys could chat with each other. Anyway, that's who I am, Christine. I'm Grandma Goo. Some other friends call me the gangster grandma because they don't quite believe some of the crazy things I do, but that's me. Thank you for being here, Christine. I appreciate you. I don't forget. Yay, that's really nice. It's always nice to have new folks join us. So there's Linda and Tamra, and there's Larry, yay, and Christine, and he's, yes, Green Rumor, yes. So where did you pick up that vent, Larry? Larry and Angie are Crunchberry's Playhouse and Green Rumor, and they were just doing this cool kind of stuff that I was wondering, you said you just found it at where you work? What do I know? Let's see. Miss Kitty is also known as Linda. And there's Gail. That's quite all right, Tam. It wasn't great live this week. It was entertaining, Larry. We have a new visitor. I saw her there. Yeah. Anyway, so tonight, it is Sunday night, and I thought I would start out with the art that somebody sent me, and that is Linda sent me. Sent me, they sent two, same thing, but one in daylight, yes. So I do have those. Let me see if I can pull those right up here. There we go. There we go. Okay, I put them both on the screen for you to see. And so these stained glass, did you do these stained glass yourself? I bet you did. That's so cool. And I like how she sent the two of them showing in the different lighting. One in daylight, one at night. It's very cool. Is that, what is that flower? A calla lily or something like that? I think so. I don't know. I'm not real good with names of flowers. Names of apples, yes. Yeah, I can tell those pretty easily. Names of flowers, not so much. But that's it. Yay. Larry and Angie Oz. Not a nickname. Angie. Yeah, I'm just going to... Oz is here. An allergy. Oh, no. I'm in kindergarten because you learn everything you need to know there. Yes, kindergarten is an awesome place. Awesome. I had a book that I read one night. Everything you need to know you learn from the Golden Books. That was a fun night. Boy, that was a fun night. That was a great book. Is Julia here? Yay! Julia, you made it, honey. I hope you're feeling better. Yay. Your piece went back to the replay. Yeah, but you know what? It takes practice. You know, you guys have watched me and my sketches talk about poor execution. Oh, I started to try to do some bears. Oh, okay. By the third bear, it got better. The first one, its poor eyes looked very strange. And then I tried a couple of dogs, and then I went too far, and it just like went badly south. So I painted it all out. But yay. Changed out the vent for modern. Yeah. Fiberglass tape would give it tooth. Yeah. Definitely go back and watch. Good. Every other Sunday at 5. Yes. So Larry and Angie do theirs at 5 every other Sunday. And then on the Sundays that if they're not on, the opposite ones, Spontaneous Creations by Brian does his at 5. It's very cool. And so I think I've said hi to everybody. It's a calla lily. Okay. And Angie, I don't do resin, and I understand that whole bit with smells. I know that there is the artist, Art by Death, or Death by Art, is it? She's a resin artist, and she might have information on her channel about ones that don't have the odor to them. Who knows? But I know that there's some people that are specifically resin artists that do that kind of stuff. There's a guy named Nick Zametti. He's on YouTube. He's out of the UK, and he is hilarious. The stuff he does with resin and wood turning and all kinds of stuff. But he always talks about the different kind. He uses a certain kind of resin, and doesn't seem to have to use a ventilator very much. So who knows? But his space is very big and open and airy. So it might have just been the palm tree margarita glass. Oh my gosh, too funny. Artist Till Death uses stone coat. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea about the different kinds of smells on them, because I tried a spray one time to put on one of Layla's pieces that she did. Oh, I swear to gosh, that was terrible. It stunk so bad. And I have a spray that I can use on my photographs. It's a fixative, and it's from Moab, and it does not smell, but I still have to spray it outside, and the smell doesn't linger. It smells a little bit when you spray it, but then it goes away. But this other one I used with Layla, I sprayed it on, and the smell was there like 3 months later. I was like, oh no, this is not happening. It's just not what my granddaughter's getting. Yeah. Anyway, the only time I've ever really used resin and that kind of stuff was when my dad had a wooden boat. We had to polish and do that kind of wood treatments and resin certain thing, but it was marine resin. So anyway, on we go. So this is Linda's piece, you guys. I'm sorry I went babbling on about resin. But I really like the calla lily. I like the way it just is simply set within that frame, and it's very, very cool. Good job, girl. Yay. Okay, oops. No picture of me. What happened there? I didn't go through this today, and I forgot to take that off. Nope, take that off. Why is that? Huh. Huh? There we go. Too many overlays that I hadn't checked on. I was doing another kind of broadcast into a group I was with, and I was using this and forgot to turn some things off, but that's okay. So tonight I have 3 pretty short little books, but they're cute and they're fun. And the first one is really beautiful about friendship. It's very wonderful and sweet. So I thought I'd get the wonderful sweet one, go to a secondly kind of pretty sweet but a little funny, and then end with a gutbuster laughing one. How's that? Sound like a good plan? So this first one is by a gentleman named Chris Naylor Ballesteros. And let me find his website right here. Anyway, here he is. That bigger for you can see that. He is a picture book illustrator and writer from the north of England who lives in France. He published by Noisy Crow, Anderson Press, and Bloomsbury. My books have won the English Association's Picture Book Award and have been shortlisted for the Kate Greenway Medal and Oscar's Book Prize. The Suitcase has been published in more than 20 languages, and Frankenbert in more than 15 languages. And so if you take you over to his page right here, you can see a bit of his style. You'll see this Frankenbert, Tiny Reindeer, Out of Nowhere, which is what I'm reading tonight, The Lonely Christmas Tree, The Suitcase. I love his, and I Love You, Stick Insect. And I'm going to eat this ant. I like these. His illustration style fits with me. You know, not quite perfect shapes. Start with a triangle or some odd shape and see what you get. You know how I am with that. But so tonight I'm reading Out of Nowhere first. And here we go. Hey, let's see if it goes. By Chris Naylor Ballesteros. And it's this really, you know me, in black and white. Black and white's so cool. I love it. And then with this just little bit of color that will show up. Once I had a friend. She arrived out of nowhere one day. I asked where she'd come from, but she just didn't know. She stayed with me, and every day we shared a picnic on the big rock looking out over the forest. Then, at the end of each day, we would watch the moon come up together. But one morning, I woke up and my friend was nowhere to be seen. I looked everywhere. And at last, where was my friend? Lost, deep in the forest. Now, I know I look very strong with my tough shell and spiky horns. The truth is, sometimes I don't feel very strong at all. But if I wanted to find my friend, I just have to pretend. I packed a very big picnic and set off. I sang a song to myself to feel a little bit stronger. I'm a little beetle, and don't you know, I'm not afraid of a hungry crow. Yes, I'm a little beetle, and can't you see, fearsome frogs don't frighten me. Oh, I'm a little beetle, and haven't you heard? I'll keep singing till I run out of words. No one bothered me much, so I think it worked. And then, just when my big brave song finally ran out of words, I was there. But I realized I'd made a very big mistake. I had no idea where my friend was. I was tired, and it was a very long way back to the big rock, so I decided to stay for a while, just until I got my strength back. And then, out of nowhere, someone suddenly arrived. I felt as if I'd seen her before, but at first I couldn't quite put my finger on where. Then I looked more closely, and I just knew it was my friend. She had changed a little bit, but it was my friend all the same. We shared my picnic just like before. We did the same day after and the day after that, and today too. It's just like before on the big rock. Then, at the end of each day, we take off to watch the moon come up together. And my friend is with me again. Out of nowhere. Our friends may change, but the love we feel for them remains the same. Yay. There's my gone again. There we go. Yes. So that was Out of Nowhere. That was the first sweet book that I had to share with you guys. Now the next one is kind of funny and sweet at the same time. Adds a little more humor. It is by Ellen Stoll Walsh. And Ellen Stoll Walsh has written so many books that if you're afraid with familiar with Jumper and Dot at all, you might not. But she doesn't have a website of her own. I found some interesting things about her because she is, I think, 79. She was born in 1942. And she has a writer and illustrator with Houghton Mifflin, freelance illustrator. She has lots of awards on her books. She wrote, let's see, which award? She got the Ezra Jack Keats Fellow for Theodore All Grown Up. Mouse Paint, she did. And then in Jabber and Dot and the Big Bug Mystery in 2004. So all kinds of books from 1981 on through Jabber and Dot was 2003, and this book that I'm reading tonight was 2015, and it's part of the Jabber and Dot. It's done in the similar kind of series. Her artwork, if I can find a page that showed it better, she did a lot of collage work, and really simple kind of collages, and it was always really a lot of fun in the classroom to read her work, and then the kids could do this kind of simple collage, but it's so clear, it tells the story so well. And this book is called Where is Jumper by Ellen Stoll Walsh. Those are the little mice, and it's all done in collage. The mice scrambled over and around the rocks and ran across a log, one in front of the other. But somewhere between the log and the pond, Jumper disappeared. The mice looked for him inside the cave and outside, and below the fallen tree. They looked up among the branches. Do you see his paw? You guys, he's hiding. Oh, his paw's sticking out, if you can find him. And down into Mole's tunnel. There's a little bit of him sticking out. Here's Mole, but still no Jumper. What if the sneaky weasel got him? Oh no! Then something moved underneath the leaves, and out popped Jumper. And off he went through the woods. Now, where is Jumper? Can you find him? Did you see him? Here he is. This is the kind of story that the kids always loved. But where is everyone else? And there's the little handprints. So on these, let's see. Yes, last night's stories were right up your alley, Larry. Oh yeah, I'll put in my Christine here. Images by Gretchen at iCloud.com, and then put live art in the subject. So Christine, there's my email if you want to send some artwork in, and I can put it up on the show probably later this week. But probably Thursdays, usually good night, Wednesday or Thursday. And send it to that email, and then make sure you put live art in the subject line, then I can get it. But yeah. Anyway, so back to Joan Walsh's work. If we look at this again, if you see, this is one of those kind of books that the kids, it causes the kids that when they read them to really look at the way the art is put together and what she's hidden in, and they get the idea that he's hiding because parts of them are hidden and just sticking out on each page. On here, it's down here in the lower right-hand corner. There's a little bit of them sticking through. Oops, where did I go? In this one, it's right under the green leaf on the left-hand side. There's a little bit of his paw, kind of. But she gets it so that it blends in with the other part. And there he's up on the surface underneath the leaves. So in each page, Jumper is hiding. So the kids always get to see this is one that it was always so much fun to do, to have it be part of the story, but also then look at how she used little different parts and signaled to where it was and how to camouflage it. But just really simplistic in the art form, but so clear in the story. It's really wonderful. I mean, this is a book that probably has maybe at the most 50, 75 words in it and tells a great story like that. So go back here and then there. And then the last one. Okay, so the last book I have, hang on, is for fun. It's a 3 for tonight. Let's see. Unique illustrations. Yes. All the kids yelling out were there. They do. Oh my gosh, Julia. He's right there. They would point. They would yell, yeah, there it is. And if I was doing these kind of books, like we got us first on an overhead, if you put it so it casts up was the old type way. But then when we got smart boards and we could project them up onto a screen, these kids would be running up to the board to, there it is, and so it was always fun. So much fun. She could hide in his checked baggage. Oh, it's your spelling's on the fritz? Oh no. All right. So this book that we have next is by Lita Judge. And she's the creator of Red Sled and Red Hat and several others. But I've got a page right here. Her art style is really wonderful. Now, can you see why I like it? Look at that. Look at those giraffes. And look at the sea otters. You know my pictures of my sea otters that I have and everything. They have those kind of faces. She has something beautiful. When you need wings. Flight School is the one I'm reading tonight. On her website too, she has several different things about how to draw them. Like has instructions for kids to learn how to draw these different things. And she has a making of a Hoot and Peep, which is Hoot and Peep are two little owls. The Wisdom of Trees is a book that is just absolutely beautiful. So she has a great art style. You can see through hers. That's a combination of that realistic whimsical. You can, with her, you can tell what the animals are. I'll get there, right? With mine, I'll get there. Let's see. Meet Lita. What does it say about her? She lives with her husband Dave, 3 kitties, and a little green parrot. Share a red house together in the middle of New Hampshire wood. In winter we snowshoe and chop lots of wood. In summer we garden, hike, and canoe. And in every season I make art and write stories. Each morning I listen to the birds sing and they welcome the new day, play with my kitties and parrot, kiss Dave good morning, then walk into my studio to fulfill my lifelong dream of creating children's books. Look at that studio. Okay, I am so... Oh my gosh, she has as many books as I do. Yes, when I'm not working in my studio, I'm traveling with my sketchbook in hand, painting on location, and searching for new ideas. But to back up, I was born on a little island in Alaska. We spent a lot of time flying to other remote islands. We lived in a tent and had bears and other critters for neighbors. There I learned to love nature and animals and wild places that inspire my books today. As I grew up, my family moved a lot through the West, but I spent my summers with my grandparents in Wisconsin. They were biologists and studied birds. My grandmother wrote books, flew eagles, and traveled the world into her 90s. Wow. So there it goes on and she has a lot of information about herself, which is cool. But her critters are her companions, and you're going to like this one. It's the funny one I have for today. Flight School. You know? Yeah. Flight School by Lita Judge. And the illustrations are done in, let's see, are rendered in watercolor and pencil. Okay. There is a penguin in a red boat leaving the South Pole. I was hatched to fly, said Penguin. When do classes start? But you, dear, are a penguin, Teacher replied. Undeniable, said Penguin, but I have the soul of an eagle. Flight School, we teach birds to fly. Teacher and Flamingo weren't so sure, but they let Penguin stay. Flight practice started immediately. Like this, flip, flap, flap, and up, up, up. Look at the look on that penguin's face. Penguin and the other birdies practiced for weeks. At last, all the birdies were cleared for their first flight. One by one, they took to the wind, and then it was Penguin's turn. Geronimo! Glub, 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 glub. Oh. I am sorry, Birdie, said Teacher. Penguins just aren't meant to fly. How can this be true, thought Penguin. In my heart, I live on the wind. But as he watched his classmates fly high above, he knew it was time to go home. Penguin was too heartbroken to even wave goodbye. His teachers didn't know what to do. Then Flamingo had an idea. Wait! Oh dear. I love the goggles. Oh, look at the bobber. The little fishing bobber that the one bird has in its mouth. Let's try again. Flip, flap, flip, flap. And up, up, up. Suddenly, Penguin was soaring above the sea and the clouds. Penguin was right. He did have the soul of an eagle. He just needed a little help with the technical parts. But however he felt inside, he still had the body of a little round penguin. Oh. But Penguin didn't care. He had soared on the wind, just as he had done in his dreams. He left flight school a happy little penguin. It wasn't long before he came back. Look at the flamingo has her head tucked in, asleep there around, uh-oh. He came back with a friend. My friend Ostrich has the soul of a swallow. Eep. Whoa. Oh dear. Off they go. Look at that. Look at that ostrich's look on his face. And the penguin holding on to his leg. And the look from the flamingo. Oh my goodness. Oh, crazy. Crazy fun. Oh my goodness, yes. All the kids yelling where they are. Yeah, they do. Observant. All these illustrations were so different. They're all such different type of things. You know, the collage. This one was watercolor and colored pencil. And the first one, I forgot what the first one was. So sweet, yes. Hi, Mona. Whoa, you're here. How nice to have you here. Thanks for being here. I say the same time. Those glasses, I know. The goggles she talked about in when she was doing this, to putting flight goggles on the penguin, just because how it made it look so silly, and plus the whole idea that he came showing up with flight goggles on. I crack up. When I first saw that with the flight goggles and read about it, it reminded me of this picture that we have someplace of my dad, because he was an instructor, a flight instructor in World War II, and a picture of him with that hat on and with the goggle kind of things on it, and it's just funny, but it made me laugh at this. Too cute. They fly. Yep. Yes. And they go well together. They do. I think that's about, it's when you find those good books that have that true match of the illustration with the story, and the more illustration that and the fewer words that can really communicate some of the books that have less words than they have so much too. So those are great books for kids. Those are the kind of books that you could read over and over at night to kids, and they love them. They can hunt for things and they can find things, and something new happens each time. But then there's also the stories like Out of Nowhere, that first one, where it has just that, not only the whimsical illustrations, but it has that very tender story and a lesson about how friends can change, but they're still friends and we still love them. So, and this little penguin, the perseverance of the penguin and the belief. And I think the fact that the teacher made the effort to make that little penguin's dream come true in one way or another. Yeah. So, oh no, very fun. Nope, no allergies. I don't have any allergies. I'm just, nope. So, I just working through getting everything ready and all that stuff. So, anyway, you guys, thank you. We had a new guest tonight. Christine came. Mona was able to be here. Thank you. And Christine, I hope you enjoyed yourself and got a chance to see some of what we crazy do. That's one of these, like, see, like the crazy creatures. This is kind of like the crazy creatures, I think, for the book. In some things, I think one of these days we're gonna have to figure out, you guys, what I can do with these crazy things for a story, and we'll do them. We've got the ones that I did with the blown, those kind of crazy things. All those crazy birds that I did, that whole thing, and then the different, oh yeah, there's this one too. These guys. These would be fun. I like the way that they look. So this is my, me. This is what I'm doing to relax now. So for tomorrow, I will be back with more stories and something else. Let's see. Ooh, I have that one. I found, oh my gosh. I found a book called Classified, about a woman who was a aerospace engineer and her secret career. It's very cool. Very cool. Another nonfiction book. That one I'm excited to share with you because it's another one of those books about someone that probably 90% of us have never heard of. And I know it wasn't in any of the curriculums that I taught the kids at school. I know that for certain. Plus, there's a couple other ones that have come up. But anyway, I will be back tomorrow night with another story or two. And send in any art you guys have. I'll have some time probably tomorrow night to show it. Yeah, if you could earlier this week, send them in earlier this week because probably by Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'll be like really, either I'll be completely calm because I will have gotten everything packed, or I will be just a basket case. And then I'll need you guys to just, tack my feet to the ground and calm me down. Which is possible. Anyway, you guys, it's always such a delight and it's such an honor when you share your time with me and come to the story and art. And thank you for inviting me into your homes and for coming into my studio and being part of this whole wonderful journey. And until next time, you guys, you know what I tell you. Keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around you. First place you'll find it, though, is when you go look in your mirror and you'll see it looking right back at you. So then just say, hi, beautiful. And I'll see all you guys tomorrow night. Oops, not that one. I'm there. Got it.